Hi there, welcome to video number 1 about how to strategize and plan with your clients more efficiently, better, all the above. This is so important for you so you can be more successful, make more money, and have a better relationship with your clients. Now, I'm not going to go through an introduction of myself. I've shot a separate video of who is Mark Kohler, and so I want to focus on the content for this video specifically. And I won't repeat this again for the other series of videos in this little section. I want to get right into the topics on each one of these videos, but I'm excited to be with you here. And this is a really important first video because I want this to set the tone for the whole series of videos for this year's training and this section of videos that you're watching on tax planning and this time you're going to have with me. So let me make this a point first and foremost. You can be so successful as a tax preparer. The sky's the limit. You can make a lot more money, have a very successful career, and find it very, very rewarding. And I've got 4 points I want to make in this video section that I think will impact your entire practice and your life and your sanity. Now, I've only got 15 minutes to do that, but I think you'll be impressed with some of the things I have to share, and I hope you can rewatch this over and over again as a motivator as well. Number 1, I want to talk about vision. Your vision as a tax preparer. Guys, people are starving for tax and legal advice. They are starving for someone to help them on their tax return. Do you know why TurboTax is doing so well? It's because people are sick and tired of going to their accountant, they plug in the numbers and then leave. That's it. They're like, I could have done that myself. And so the next time they're down at Staples or Home Depot, or Costco, they pick up a copy of TurboTax and just do it themselves. And they go, that was just as good as going to see my accountant because it was a waste of time to see my accountant. And I don't care if they're a CPA, an enrolled agent, or a tax preparer, or whatever level, this industry is just plagued with poor communication and a lack of strategy and planning. And what the vision is here that I want to share with you is that if you can communicate, open your mouth, and talk and just share a few strategies and show any sort of enthusiasm with your clients, your business is going to blow up. It will. Now, as you've watched a little video about who I am, and I hope you took a moment to watch that as I suggested just a minute ago, you'll see in the last 10 to 12 years as a CPA and an attorney, our business has skyrocketed. We cannot hire people fast enough in my accounting firm. We have a waiting list for new clients to come into our firm, and we're now have the luxury, and I say this gratefully, that we can choose what clients we want to work with. And it's happened because our clients are just thrilled that they get to have a conversation with their clients. So point number, now I could give you a 30-minute speech on the vision of where good tax preparation and accounting and could go and how it's so powerful as a small business for you, but suffice it to say, you have an opportunity here. There is millions of people out there that have to file a tax return every year, and they're begging to have a conversation with someone that could save them even an extra $10, $100, $1,000, $10,000, and you have the power to do it with a little bit of thinking outside the box, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of enthusiasm, a little bit of risk-taking per se. I don't want you to file a fraudulent tax return or an incorrect tax return, but guys, every tax return can be a little different with a little bit of elbow grease and planning. Now, we're going to talk about that in the second video of how you have that opportunity to plan and change someone's life with a tax return. And that's really what I want to summarize on this point is you have the opportunity to change people's lives. I've got books that have done incredibly well on Amazon and with Entrepreneur Magazine, and I'm their tax specialist writing articles, and I can't write them fast enough for people because they're starving for this. And you have this opportunity to change people's lives. Change people's lives because making a living and living an American dream are sometimes unreachable for people. And where are they going to turn? Their banker, their lawyer, their insurance agent? No, they're going to meet with you every year to do their taxes, and you have an opportunity. Don't give up on it. Now, number 2, in your ability to make money and to help your clients, we've got to talk about establishing expectations. Expectations are critical, and I'm going to go through this fairly quickly, these next 3 points. But number 1 is establishing expectations, and frankly, I want to talk about the expectations you have for yourself. What are your goals? What are you going to do with your business? How many clients do you want? Do you want to hire QuickBooks guys to help you? Are you going to have little bookkeepers helping with the bookkeeping during the year? Are you going to be strictly a tax prep service? Is it only going to be during tax season? Are you going to encourage your clients to extend? What are the bounds of this small business for you? Go into this realistically and know what your expectations are for yourself. Are you a good communicator? Do you need to improve in this area? Is this training already hopefully changing your practice in your life? It can. Education is so important for you and your expectations to become the tax preparer you want to become. So I could talk all about my practice and how we do QuickBooks and how we do payroll and how we encourage clients to extend, so we spread out the work during the year, and we're busy year round. It depends on the expectations you have for yourself, your family, your income, and your business, and have a reality check with yourself first. This builds right into the second expectation, your services and prices. Just like I said, how much are you going to charge? What are you going to charge for? People will pay more if they feel like they're getting more, rather than just dropping off their numbers in a pile of crap and then you give it back to them in a tax return. Oh, that's great. There's no conversation. People want that conversation and they'll pay for it. Which brings me to, and I'll bring this all together, but we need to talk about it, is establishing expectations with your client relationship. If you tell clients right from the beginning, hey, I want to have a strategy session. When we prepare your tax return, I want to talk. I want to talk about some strategies of ways you can save money this year. Their eyes will turn into saucers and they're like, really? Okay, let's talk. Now, that's included in your tax prep fee. And I'm going to charge you 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000. I don't know how much you're going to charge. You tell them in advance how much you're going to charge and what they're going to get. And then you can provide that service. Accountants are the worst at this. They approach accounting like it's a commodity. Oh, they can go down to Walmart or H&R Block or Liberty and just get their tax return done for this lowest possible price. You want to educate your clients. Go, no. You don't want to pay the lowest possible price. You want a quality return and you want value in exchange. And when you tell them you're going to give them value for a price and say, give me a try, give me a shot, let me try to prepare your return for you and give you some strategy and advice that'll save you 10 times, 20 times, 30 times what you're paying me. I know I can save you. Set that expectation. Design your services and your prices around that expectation. Don't try to be the cheapest guy in town, because what's going to happen is you're going to have to get that return in and get it out the door. There's no motivation on your part to help them. Offer them an hourly rate to consult during the year. Say, hey, if you want to call me during the year, here's my rate. Let them know that you're there for them. Have a monthly newsletter. Get involved in it. I'm sure many of you are going to already start following my weekly newsletter, my blog, read my books, follow me on my daily tax and legal tips on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and my videos. I got YouTube videos. I got all of this to help educate my clients, which will be there to help you educate yourself as well, so you can be an expert. Gosh, there's 400 plus million people in this country. There's plenty of clients to go around. I'm not afraid to share this information. I want to see you succeed, and you can do it. Now, number three, third point I want to bring up. Best way to explain this is get to know your client. Get to know your client in the consultation. Have a questionnaire so you don't forget things. Ask questions like, do you have an estate plan? Do you have a will and a trust? How old are your kids? Are you helping support your kids at college? Where's your money going? Do you have a small business? Do you want a small business? I mean, to prepare the return, you're going to be asking obvious questions of, give me your W-2 and your mortgage interest and da. But ask them questions about their vision and their plans. Do they want to buy a rental property? Do they want to put more money in an IRA? Do they want to self-direct their IRA or have a 401k? What are their plans for the future? What do they have for retirement? Ask these questions. Now, you don't have to have all the answers. I want to talk about that next, giving advice and knowing your limitations. But ask those questions so you can make notes and get a big picture of where these clients fall. And guys, as you're following my weekly advice and tips and strategies, you're going to see opportunities to plan. You're going to go, oh my gosh, 50% of Americans don't even have a will and a trust. My client needs one. Let me help you out. Oh, you want to put your kids on payroll, or you want to help your kids get to college. Let me tell you how you can do it. Or let me help you get through this experience of life, of your American dream. You can do that when you get to know your client. Have that conversation. Now, I don't know if I have room here. I'm going to ask my camera guy. Can I go okay? I'm going to go down one more here. And that is, give advice, but know your limitations. Give advice and know your limitations. list of referral sources. That's okay. Yeah, if you can't help a client in every aspect, and you shouldn't feel like you have to, have a list of referral sources you can give those to your clients. And they're gonna be so grateful. They're gonna go, oh my gosh, I got the best tax preparer. He hooked me up with the best mortgage person. He hooked me up with the best SBA loan to start my small business. He hooked me up with an estate planner. Oh, are you following Mark Culler's blog? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. My tax preparer hooked me up with it. Oh, they told me what book to read. I don't know. Have a list of referral sources, bankers, lenders, health insurance agents. I don't know, have it all there. So when you identify an issue for your client, you've got a solution for them. They're gonna see you as a problem solver, a solution maker. Guys, they're gonna pay you money hand over fist, refer their friends, bing, your business goes through the roof. Now, I wanna say this, give advice. Don't be afraid to give advice. Now, I know some of you are just a tax preparer, you're not an enrolled agent, you're not a CPA, you're not a lawyer. I have the luxury of a lot of years of experience and education and credentials behind my name, so I can give maybe a little bit more advice. But don't be afraid to give someone a little bit of advice and say, get a second opinion. Or let me send you to another expert, but here's what I think you should do. That's okay. Give someone advice with a disclaimer, with a little caveat that it's maybe something they should look into. And here's a good book to read. Here's a blog to follow. Here's an article to read. That's okay. So many, again, tax preparers are afraid of their own shadow. Don't do that. Get out there. Talk about it.